Today we're going to be teaching our dogs the stay command. Now, if you've been following along the last few episodes with Spock, you know we've taught our dogs the markers. Now, this is a word or sound that predicts a reward. We've taught the continuation marker as well as the terminal marker. Then we start to show our dogs what behaviors we wanted them to perform by implementing luring. Once a dog does the behavior, we mark and reward, and that takes us to the next step, which was teaching our dogs how to turn off pressure by complying by implementing a technique known as leash pressure. This is incredibly valuable, and it's going to be one of the tools that we're going to be using in order to teach our dogs the stay command. Then we start to put all the behaviors on a verbal command, making sure we say the verbal command before we present the physical cue so it becomes a predictable pattern for our dogs. And today we're going to show them how to maintain a position, we're going to pay them for duration, and we're going to make it as clear as possible. Now, if you saw my last stay video, you'll know that I used the word no to pinpoint the moment Harley made a mistake, and then I was able to use the leash to reinforce the behavior we were asking Harley to perform. Today with Spock, I'm going to be doing it slightly different, but we're still going to be implementing the science of dog training, which is the most important thing when we're using a technique. So the only difference in today's video is instead of saying no when Spock breaks the position, I'm going to simply recommand the position that Spock was on. So if he breaks the climb, I'm going to say climb within 1 second of him breaking the position. Then I'm going to reinforce it by using the leash pressure. This is a way that a lot of my friends like to teach the stay command. So instead of saying no, we say the command. But either way, if you think about it, the process is the same, and to the dog, it's really the same thing. So it's personal preference. Do you want to say wrong? Do you want to say no? Do you want to repeat the command? As long as we follow through with that physical cue afterwards, we're reinforcing the stay, we're going to get really nice results. We have Spock, and we're going to start with the climb command. I always like to start with the easiest command first, or the easiest stay rather. You don't want too many distractions when you're first working the stay. As your dog gets better, then we can start adding more distractions, or we can start doing stays that are a little bit more difficult than the climb. So I like to start with the climb, and then maybe next I would do the down stay, then the sit stay, then maybe the heel stay, stand stay. Again, we progress as our dog is proficient at the exercise. So I'm going to tell Spock, climb, then I'm going to do the cue. Yes, I'm using my continuation marker, and now I'm going to reinforce the stay. As I walk away, I'll use my continuation marker, and I'll come back and reward him. If he breaks the position, I'm going to say climb, and then I'm going to place him back on. Yes. So instead of walking away and having to tell our dog stay a bunch of times, we walk away casually. If they're doing it nicely, yes, then we walk back and we reward. Also, a common mistake that people make is they'll start to walk away, and when they're ready to reinforce, they do this. Yes, as they walk back towards the dog. Now, it's just like driving. You want to say the marker, then change direction to reward your dog. So instead of going yes like that, which is a very, very common mistake, what we want to do is we want to walk and say yes, and then turn and walk back. Just like everything else, we want the verbal to precede that physical cue, and the physical cue at this point, delivering the reward, yes, is my movement back towards Spock to give him the reward. Now, he's doing really well, and I've done the stay with him once before, so this is only his second stay exercise, and as long as you're clear with your dog, it becomes very easy. What we're going to do now is we're going to add a distraction. All right, here we go. Jet, yeah, Jet, nice job. Climb. There's the one command, and I put him back up. Nice job. So we have an added distraction here. And Spock is still doing a really nice job. Yes, good. Even with the distraction, I'm going to give little Jet here a treat too. Oh, we dropped it. There you go, buddy. And he is super, super. Oh, climb. I messed up. I was too excited about the puppy. Okay, good job. They're both puppies, so it's super fun. All right, let's give them both a treat and see if we can get Spock to break again. Now, one of the things I like to do, I often talk about this as I set dogs up for success, yes, so I can reward them, climb, the moment they do the behavior correctly. But we also set them up to fail, so we can reinforce what we want the moment they make the mistake. So what I like to do is I like to squat down, climb, there's the climb, I grab the leash, and I guide him back on. Now, when your dog breaks the position, you don't want to reward them right away when you place them back on the climb, because what some dogs will do is they'll offer up the bad behavior so you can reinforce it and give them a reward. So they'll break just to be placed back on to get a treat. You can place them back on and you can tell them, good boy, you can pet them, verbal praise, but let there be a little bit of time in between reinforcing the stay and giving your dog the reward. So right now is a good time. I can reward. And let's see if I can get Spock to break again by squatting down. Yes, he did it really nicely. He did not break the position. Very good. Now we're gonna take it up another level. We're gonna see if we can get Spock to do a down stay as well. So he still needs help with the physical cue. Maybe, we'll see. Down. Okay, so I'm going to cue him into the position. I would have marked and rewarded. So now he's in a down stay. So now if he breaks the position, I'm going to say DOW, down. Good. All right. And Spock's doing pretty good so far on the down stay. Had to reinforce it a little bit, but same thing. If he breaks the position, we say 1, down, and then we reinforce it again. The difference between what I'm doing with Spock and what I did with Harley was with Harley, I just used the word no. That preceded the leash pressure, and I used that one word to reinforce every single stay. But with Spock, what we're going to do is we're going to recommand the position that he breaks. So again, if you think about it, it's the same whether we're saying no or we're saying wrong or we're repeating the command. Whatever you want to do that makes you most comfortable, again, as long as you're implementing that science of dog training. So again, I'm going to set him up, see if he'll break the position by squatting down. And if he's doing really well, we can yes, and then go back and reward him. And also, a no can override a yes. If you're going back to reward your dog and your dog breaks the position, don't give him the reward, because then you're going to be reinforcing the breaking of the position. And you'll be doing the exact opposite of what you're trying to do. We're going to walk around a little bit more. He's doing really well. We're going to build some. Again, as the dog gets better, you increase the distance down. So I said the one command. I bring him back. And I nicely put him back into the correct position. Good boy. Now that he's going to hold it for a few seconds, we can mark with yes, and we can go back and reward. Get it right there, buddy. Right there. He doesn't know how to take it from my hands yet. All right, good job. We're going to do a tiny bit more, and then that's going to be a good session. Walking around, maybe squatting down. If your dog is getting really good, you can start throwing toys past them, just adding whatever sort of distraction. Oh, he's thinking about breaking. And we're going to come up to him and we are going to go down. I was about to release you too. We wait a second. Look at these two cute, adorable puppies. And now we're going to release him. Break. Yeah, good boy. Come on, buddy. Good job. Very nice. Right there. When I teach the climb command for the first couple weeks, what you want to do is you want to release your dog when you're close enough to touch them. You don't want to release your dog when you're far away. You want to develop the habit of the dog understanding that you have to be close to them to release them. And the reason for this is if you start releasing your dog right away when you're doing the climb command from a distance, your dog is going to anticipate that, and when you get a certain distance, they are going to release themselves from your stay command. So again, for the first couple weeks, we want to make sure that we release our dogs when we're done with the exercise right next to them. And you may have noticed I used the word break. Break is just a release word. All it's telling Spock or any dog that I work with that they are released from the stay command. It doesn't predict a reward, therefore it's not a marker, it's just a release. And the way I teach it is exactly what you saw right there. I say break, then I go yay, E, and the dog will usually jump out and come over. Look at this guy, isn't he just the cutest? But that's it. It's really simple. Just be patient, be calm, make sure you know what you're gonna say when your dog breaks the position, reinforce it, and remember, dog training is supposed to be fun. See you guys in the next one.